Get that small fella there. Use your band, son. Oh no.
You must leave the light return to the road to set you home. I call the secret the birds in my time was before I met you. I never survived and I sit for mine. That was before I met you. I always dreamed the world I could. Oh, I never knew. I always did not believe in love. That was before I met you.
on such an auspicious occasion. This year is not auspicious and most because we are hosting the IBS National Rally. It's a tremendous honor to be asked to hold it, and we're terribly fortunate to have the facilities, some of the facilities in the country to hold a rally of this size. We're also very grateful to the IBS showing today. We haven't seen much of this year. And without further ado, I would ask John Neville of the President of the Irish Vintage Society to say a few words, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, as Honorary President of the IVS, which is the Irish Vintage Society, it is my pleasure to be able to fulfill the request of the Crookstown Vintage Club to come along here today and say a few words to you. Now, to start off, ladies and gentlemen, there's two ways you cannot have a rally. Without exhibitors, you cannot have a rally, and without spectators, you cannot have a rally. So we all started this good long time ago as a hobby. But it turned out, ladies and gentlemen, that there are so many people in trouble through cancer, hospitals extensions, school extensions, that it turned into we supporting charity organizations. And I must thank the spectators for the help they give us in the rally fields. Because we go to so much trouble after buying cars, tractors, motorbikes, engines, and anything else, and put so much work into it for maybe months, years, and coming to a field, and if anybody don't go into it, come to see them, it's depressing for us. So that's why we'll thank the spectators who are supporters up through the years, and it's lovely to go into a rally field and see such a crowd enjoying themselves. You go to a rally show to enjoy yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, we don't make this a problem. I'd say very shortly with vintage equipment. I let that to the chairman to tell you about it. He might know a bit about more than me. But we get through it and we'll stand and we'll keep standing for our works because we are about to meet the TD that's responsible. We're to meet him in a short time and we will meet him. Both the IPETA and the IBS voters are coming together and we will meet him and we will talk to him. Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, it's a pleasure. So, I think we're going to be experiment things instead of sandals. There's a few lines of a song that I heard at a vintage rally last year. It goes like this. I've been driving tractor for many years, and I kept all my wages, for I never drank beer. So now I'm returning with money galore, but I never will leave out 5,000 no more, and it's no never, bum 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 bum, no never more, will I drive 5,000, no never. One day I was bathing near Crookstown stand. There were dogs and bikinis lying on the sand. When we were on the nice one, she was there on her own. But the others gave trouble and I had to go. So it's lonely, everybody. No, I never more will I drive 5,000. No, never, no more. When I spend all my money, and I want to feel alone. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Crookstown Vintage Club here today for hosting our Irish Vintage Society show. And I hope that you will enjoy the remainder of the evening. And to do that, I would ask you to at all times to obey the steer clear, because we do not need an accident. So I hope you enjoy yourselves for the rest of the evening. Our president said earlier on, there is many things that we're facing today at the present time that is affecting all those who exhibit, and that is to do with tractors and cars. I can assure you people that in the autumn that we will be fighting tooth and nail to change the rules and regulations that are there at the moment. And I hope that this time next year, many of you will be more happier, because at the present time we are if we watch the restaurant tractor or car, those penalties must be removed. I think it's high time that the party realizes what we are all about. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll not talk about this studio anymore. I thank the Crookstown Vintage Club here for the hospitality and for taking this year's IBS show. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy yourselves for the remainder of the evening. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. As a token of our appreciation, we'd like to make a small presentation. And also to the President, John Lennon, a small token of our appreciation. Thank you both very much. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the rest of the evening. And I would ask the pipe band, Bengal District pipe band, to please play our own review.
and gentlemen, as Honorary President of the Irish Vintage Society, it is my pleasure to be here today in Crookstown to honour the request of the Crookstown Vintage Club to come here to speak to you at the Crookstown Vintage Rally, which the Crookstown Club are hosting the All-Ireland Vintage Rally for the Irish Vintage Society here in Crookstown in 2011. And ladies and gentlemen, enjoy yourself for the day, because there's a lot of work going into restoring vehicles, whether they're cars, tractors, engines, bikes, whatever. There's a lot of work goes into it, and a lot of money goes into it, and we bring them into a rally field, and then when you see a nice field of spectators, you enjoy what you have done, and it's an honour to everybody who do it. So ladies and gentlemen, all I can say to you again is enjoy it, enjoy your day, and have a good evening. God bless you all. Thank you.
1950 in Hurst. It originally was in Mayo on the first part of his life, and then it came to Ballahadrian. Then it ended up in Dublin, but they used to take the body off a car and put that body on in around the 50s to do a funeral. So I bought a chassis for it and I put it on them, and we restored it 4 years ago, myself and another chap, carpenter, and but that's the way it is today, really, you know. But it's great fun. It attracts a big crowd, and there's people dying to get into it.
As usual.
Sorry.
We try to help ourselves.
Yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Thank you.
Okay.
What's the part there? He's good to say. Yeah. All right. They have to be doing something else.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could have any with the boys' Tiny Tots race under 4, followed by the Tiny Tots girls race. These will be followed by boys and girls under 5, 6, by a 3-legged race for boys and girls under 10 and 12. There will also be a 3-legged race for boys and girls over 12. And the last race of the day will be the mothers and fathers races. Thank you.
The engine of where you got it and how it's built in. Where you came from, and
Well, she came from England. I'm not used to the snow, lad.
yeah, but just talk with him. He let it in after,
Yeah, we bought it up in Nottingham.
and he restored it, and
No, we didn't restore it, we bought it this way.
he got to a lot of shows around the country with it,
After we do, yeah.
and he liked doing it.
Oh, we do, yeah. Yeah.
And what she's a half size of.
Well, she's third size of an original steam engine. That's what she is. But she's done to the specifications of the original one. So.
Yeah, and he come from Belfast.
That's right, yeah. Martin, you're supposed to be telling me the questions. I'm supposed to be answering the questions for you, like.
She's on rubbers.
Oh yeah, she's on rubbers, yeah. Well, she was. That's where it came. But originally she would have been on rubbers anyhow. But she's a locomotive, which would have been drawing heavy haulage on the road at the time. So.
All right. All right. pretty well on, thank you.
Hello Vintage Club have asked me to announce their Joe O'Connor Memorial Run on August the 21st. The venue is the Highland in Newmarket and the time is 10:30 a.m. And Coachford, Brunhill have also asked me to announce the Coachford Festival in the GA Complex in Coachford on Friday the 19th, Saturday the 20th, and Sunday the 21st of August. There's classic cars for plays and many other attractions.
No, I know what it's like.
There's a car park of the melancholic shops.
We changed the space of
Could we have all under 4
I suppose we might as well waste
Could
away,
we have
yeah.
all under 4
Because he is just
and to be followed by 20 tots girls. Under 4.
I knew there was something. They don't look good.
With the start are finished.
Over and ask me a few questions. Okay.
Boys under 5. Girls under 4. Tiny tots, any more girls? Boys under 5 to the start line, please. Followed by girls under 5.
The engine you're viewing is Lister Junior, manufactured in the United Kingdom in 1942. A unique engine. As you can see, the valves are operated from the outside. There is also a vacuum unit which vacuumizes the oil inside the engine and prevents engine oil leaks. The engine is capable of running on petrol paraffin or straight paraffin, and has even been known to run on coconut oil.
This is a 1922 Blackstone, and we started in London, and it was really a 20 bucks in central London for many years. I have it about 10 years now, and we had quite a bit to do with it, but it's running perfect now, as you see, and it is hot-cold open tank, and it weighs about a half ton or so, and it's one of my favourite ones. I've a domestic one, but that's my favourite one. I like bringing it out, so that's not it stable. Smooth, yeah.
Yeah, my name is Tim Crowley from Blarney. I'm not very far away. This is a 1933 4 horsepower Ruston and Hornsby engine, which originally drove a corn roller in Whitechurch, County Cork. It's exactly the same as it was in those days, save for the trolley. The wooden trolley is made up, otherwise the engine itself is exactly the same. It is a petrol paraffin engine, started up on petrol and switched over to paraffin oil, which at the time, and maybe still, is cheaper for the owner to run it with.
That's, you know, the cool television like that. You might figure about now, I know we can't figure out the stand, but he's doing for local television here from the home television. Oh yeah. And you just give him a rundown of what they are. He'll tell you when.
Yeah. Do I hold this, yeah?
Yeah, and talk with you. Keep near him. When he tell you, he'll tell you in a
Yeah.
All right? He's going to tell us.
Yeah. Well, these are all tools of bygone days, which were used in farms and industrial places of industrial, like timber work and blacksmithing and all that kind of thing, you know. So we have a selection of these old tools here, you know, on display just to make up the show, you know. So, yeah.
How was that tool used for our visit?
That was found in France. I believe it was for lifting vineyard roots in a vineyard in France. A friend of mine found it in France. So, it's an adze, was used in boat building. This is a log roller used in a sawmill for rolling logs. Railway hammer. A tool for irrigating the lawn. This is a thistle tongs for pulling thistles. A thistle tongs. A thistle tongs. Yeah. Climber's pick. You know, used in an old climber's pick. You know. a dung knife for benching dung in a farm. This tool was used in the Welsh coal mines for splitting sleepers for pit props. A Wexford pike at Bull of Oak, right? It had three purposes. This was the main one. Cut the reins of the horse. Steering gun. And if he fell off, you'd split the helmet. And this was the final touch. Yeah. Have I made another one? Yeah. So, this a pole axe for killing cattle, long ago, for killing in a slaughterhouse.
Don't tell him where you're from, because you'll be arrested.
Yeah. Tell you this one, an eel spear for spearing eels in a river, made by a blacksmith, you know, no welding, forged. So, here is an unusual hatchet, small hatchet, edged on one side, no edge on the other side. Probably used for pointing stakes or something, you know. So, yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Carry on.
That's a timber hanes, made from timber. The hanes for a horse long ago, you know. Yeah. And now, 1 second. Where is it? This was used in trench warfare in World War I. Trench warfare. If they were inside the trenches and the enemy were approaching, instead of firing gunshot, where they would see the smoke, the boys would stick up their heads and say, where is that fire coming from? So they'll bang the other fellas, you know. The enemy. So that's about it.
Come on. Yeah. Come on. Thank you. Hello.
About 6 or 7 years ago, in Ballinamorov near Macroom, it was used to drive a bumper grinding mill. I got it going easy enough. I have it on the road since then. That's all I can say about it, I'd say.
And what's this machine for?
This is for sharpening mowing machine knives. I got it when it was seized. I had patience and I freed it out.
And this is for?
Separator, cream separator for
separating
the cream from the milk in olden times. And that's the butter maker for making the butter, this fella here.
And the small engine behind it?
That's a Stuart. A Stuart, a two-stroke little engine. Anymore, I don't know anymore.
What was it? You don't know what to say no?
That's the way to say it.
Quick look come up from steel, iron and
John Fowler, and it was used in olden times for threshing corn or doing a lot of heavy work, like pulling heavy weights or doing whatever was to be done. And it's now has been fully restored and it has fitted with rubber for roads for carrying road and different things. There is a hole there, they changed it. This is a ransom thrasher. It's probably in the early 40s or 50s, driven by a Force Super Major tractor for thrashing corn. It was used in the olden times for thrashing. Normally there'd be a piker with it, and it's fed by a man and one on each side, and usually you have one across the centre, picking shades to the fella on the other side, and behind it is a square baler for making the straw and keep it handy thing, and they're thrashing barley straw. And in the far side is a small ransom. This is a 48-inch ransom thrasher. And in the far side you have a smaller thrasher, which normally you wouldn't have, but in big hikers like this, there's two thrashers, one on each side, one on the left and one on the right. And this is driven by an old foursome built in the early 20s or 30s, TVO foursome. That's the ransom too, and it's a bale. The straw has been baled with a round baler, which was done the old-fashioned way as well. And you have also another ransom in the far off side, which would be the same size. It's a 42-inch ransom thrasher. And the older one of the two is owned by Michael Russell Carnavar. This thrasher is driven by a Lands Bulldog tractor. And they're thrashing barley shades with it. This Alice Chambers baler was cut down for easy travelling, and is driven by an Alice Chambers tractor, and it was cut down and driven from the side for off centre for easy travelling on the road and different things, because they do a lot of baling, different thrashings, and it's cut down and it's straws normally piped into it, where it used to be piped into the old thrasher or the old balers.
Well, you see, we have the setup now. This is the auto.
2 seconds now until he kills it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say now that we're in trouble with that. We're
What?
looking at it. There's an awful lot of fire
Under it?
Yeah.
I know, what can we do with it? Yeah, we have the best, we have our fire is makeshift compared to all times. We have the crane, and that's what the hangers, and I don't know, but we have no tongs, we forgot the tongs. Just spread it out a bit, and we have the turf and the timber, and there's a man there that helped us. There's a man that helped us to the fire.
Stephen, you know where he's gone to go?
He's gone to, yeah. Well, we have the cake inside there now, and it's inside now with 25 minutes. So we're just wondering whether it is done or not. We're not used to baking out in the open, you see. Yeah, but hopefully it will be okay. Just see the vestibule, a fine big vestibule, and it takes a big cake.
And it's a 15-inch vestibule.
Oh, yeah. And you see the bit of a barrel is on top of it with the concrete blocks. But there's a bit of air comes in underneath with the fire going. So have you anything to ask now about it?
What weight would be in the cake? Or?
Wait. You put in a packet of flour, did you?
I did.
Yeah.
2 kgs.
2 kgs of flour, and there was bread soda, and buttermilk.
And a bit of white flour.
Yeah. And it was mixed up and then added the buttermilk and kneaded it up and just put it into the baster. Hopefully now it should be doing okay. So that's it.
Fire on top of the baster?
Because you must cook the top as well as the bottom.
So the
you see? We don't know.
Do you not turn the cake around now?
No. Well, we have the equipment anyway. But anyway, we would have to have the thing on top of it as well as the bottom for to bake it evenly.
How long would it normally take to bake a cake with the baster?
About 3/4 of an hour. Yeah, roughly. Depending on your fire, so long as you don't have too much fire. We think maybe we have, but anyway.
I'm quite sure as 2 young girls you made a lot of them.
We did.
Without a doubt.
I did. Well, we won't tell you how long.
And how long until that you made it long again?
Well, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's have a look at this.
I know you back that up with
There was too much fire in it.
We don't addition with
Too much fire.
Just even.
Carnival Vintage Club are holding an all vintage vehicles road run on Sunday, the 21st of August. Assembling at 10 a.m. in Carnival GA pitch. In aid of the Disabled Drivers Association of Avalon.
Normally it's going to be that now.
Halfway Vintage Club.
This is a churn barrel, but it's a more modern churn barrel than the olden times. It's turned with a small motor. In olden times it used to be handling or twisted around. When it walks, but now modern things has changed, even though Raymond don't agree with me. But anyway, this is cream that he's pouring into it to make the butter, and the butter that comes out of it is already made.
Egg and spoon race.
It's already made here. It'll come out something like that, and you'll put in 7 or 8 gallons of cream into it, and you'll make it, and there'll be no problem. You'll make it in about 20 minutes. Well, you'll have to wash it when it's made before you think. And then the older people put salt into it, but this is unsalted butter. If you feel like salt, you can put it into it yourself, and if you don't, well, so well and good. Salt was put into the preserve more than tasted. There was no flavour in it by putting salt into it. Okay, try for the hex away going, I couldn't get it.
I'm surprised that there's something around happening, like they are very good.
No, I tried a couple of them, and then they must be fucking dead me off now. Yeah. I tried it now, Jesus, it was turning around.
But with the weight on it, I suppose?
I tried without no weight.
Yeah. Because it is gripping.
Is that your last name, Raymond?
No, I even know the better trade. It is gripping.
Is it?
It is, like, with the weight, I'd say that
the phone's on.
Yeah.
the patches now.
Now, in the BBC,
They're guinea hens.
Railway yard threshing, tractor, car and motorcycle run on Saturday the 27th of August. Sign on at 12:30 p.m. at the railway yard in Drummalee. Proceed in aid of coaction bantry agus féile beo.
Point against over 12, 3 degrees. Last call.
The tractor bill is now about to commence on the platform in front of the working arena. And I'll hand you over to Tom Heavey of the Irish Vintage Scene magazine to do a running commentary for us. Thanks, Bernard. Okay, the lads are really ready to take off here.
Be mine. Yeah, baby. I know I'm simple, awesome. Be heaven divine. You're smiling. Don't let me cross over. Lucky mine. I hardly think you understand. I wanted for mine. I wasted my time. I wait as long as I am. That's you. Waiting for you to sail with sail. Long on the knee, take my hand. I asked you to ask them. Here also you are.
And we are among hostage. Meeting at Crookstown Vintage Bannerman Mark. Registration from 11 a.m. onward. Departure at 12:30. Stopovers in Cochrane, Ballivee and the Greens in Ballyroe. Returning to the old still at 3:30 or 4 o'clock for music, entertainment and light refreshments. The cast practices on Saturday
Let's